All right, guys, gonna put brakes on this next. Coming up. All right, guys, I originally was trying to get this running, and I got part of a video film where we got it to where it'd crank and everything, but wife comes to me and says, hey, the brakes are squeaking on her car at late in the evening, and then it's like, oh yeah, it needs fixed right at the last minute. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do brakes. So we're going to pull this little Kia in here on the lift and take the wheels off, put brakes on it. Bad as I don't feel like doing it, it's got to be done. She drives every day. She drives for work, so I wish she would have told me earlier. She tells me at 5 o'clock in the evening when we're at Walmart, so. All right, so I got it up in the air. I gotta get some lights in here. Look at that one. But I gotta get some new bulbs. I'm gonna switch them all to LEDs. Just gotta get money. You know how it goes. All right, like all brake jobs, first thing, take the wheel off. All right, I've got all my aftermarket wheels have these kind of lugs on them, except for the ones on my truck because I had enough room. But most of them, if you'll see, there's no way you get a socket back in there. So you better have to use one of these spline setups. So, and all they do is this, and you put them on there like that. Now, repeat it about 5 times, and we'll take this wheel off. All right, the wheel's off. Rotors all look real good. There's nothing wrong with them. You can tell she, though, was about ready to kill the pads. So, let's go ahead and take this. Go ahead and get a wrench, and we'll take this slide out right here. We only got to take one out usually, and we usually can just flip it up, pop the pads out, and then we're done with each side. These actually don't take long on these newer cars, these disc brakes, to take them. Dad's the other day would have been this fast too, but you know, 40-year-old calipers, 1977 model car, probably never been changed, and they've run them forever, and salt gets in them and destroys them after a while. All right, so it's 14 millimeter, and I'm gonna take the bottom slide out and flip it up, just because. There we go. These are different. Hopefully that's the right bolt. Anyway, there's the bottom bolt. Put it in a magnet tray here. Put it in the magnet tray, and we'll get the pry bar, and we should be able to just pry. Yep, I can actually do it with my hand. How about that? Like that. Now, we probably need to do the bottom bolt though. We can get it out like that. Don't want to stretch these hoses too much, but that little bit ain't gonna hurt it. All right, let me run out here and get the pads, and we'll put pads in it, and we'll go ahead and retract this with the C-clamp like I was trying to show you to do on Dad's car, but I'll show you here in just a second. Well, guys, I noticed this car had a little off vibration in it. I see why now. Women will kill you, I will tell you. So, I don't know if it'll bounce back out. That's gonna knock it out of balance. I noticed that tire was driving out of balance. So I guess I'll have to buy a new rim put on it. If I can't get nobody to straighten it out, I don't know. All right, now these, I've got this pad already slid in. They just slide in, these little clips. I'm reusing my old hardware because there's nothing wrong with it, but these things are weird. They've got these little springs that pop in there and hold all this. So it's a new one on me. Foreign cars are a little different, you know, but you know, it all goes together the same way. So we'll knock the back pad off. It's the same way. We just take this pry bar and pop it out, and then we'll put this one back in. And that's that. Now, the one thing I showed you is trying to show you on my dad's car the other day, and the calipers were just gone. Get my C-clamp out here. This ain't the best C-clamp in the world, but I need to get some better ones, but this is what Walmart had the other day. So, anyway, put you a C-clamp on the back. I can hold on to it. Put your old brake pad in there. Enough room to put much on this one, but all right, I had to go take the master cylinder cap off, but because they'll build up pressure. Anyway, just take this clamp, push it in, just keep tightening it up. It'll slowly retract. There you go. And push your slide down in. There we go. Tighten the bolt up. Where the bolt's at. Get my braking bar here I had. There we go. And that side is done. Now we need to go back here and tackle the back. I'm going to try to take a little hammer and try to knock this out a little bit, so maybe to drive a little better until I can get us a new rim in. All right, guys. I beat on it some there. I got it back kind of straight. I don't know if you can see that real good. I'm going to head and order a new rim for it. But it's a lot better than it was. It was like big old flat and dent. The only thing else I got could do that, maybe do it a little better, is an air chisel with on a planching hammer. It's just light would make its mind up, but maybe like a planching hammer on the end of an air chisel might bring it back out. But I'll order another rim. If I can straighten this one out afterwards, I will. I can keep it as a spare because these are getting hard to find. Apparently they're getting ready to quit producing these wheels. I hate when car companies do that. Make your same wheels forever, guys. Guys, got aggravated over the wheel and forgot to do one thing. Put these little springs back in. So let me knock that out right quick. I'll just flip it back up and put these in. And one thing also you want to do, put my wheels back on. I think I've showed this in other videos, but always, a lot of people say just start on them, hit them with an impact. Me, I like to spin them all the way on, tight as I can. Pretty good with my finger, or at least two of them. You know, get the wheel balanced out. And these guys are kind of hard to hold, so I have to hold them with this little socket, but there's that. And we'll spin them all on as tight as I can by hand there. And that just keeps you from stripping out a stud. I think I mentioned that in the trailer video, or mentioned that before, but it's always a good tip to remind everybody. So we'll get this wheel back on. We'll start on the back. All right, that's buttoned up. Let's go down here to the back, start on it. All right, guys. Back, same process. Just the little springs hold it, like so. Pads, the only difference is it's a little bit smaller being it's the back. But same exact process on this little car. You know, a lot of people badmouth these little Kias, but man, I'll tell you, this car right here, I've had a couple of these Kias, man. They're all like super easy to work on and super tough little cars. Like I said, this one's been wrecked and put back together. And it's got to have another bumper put on again because of deer. My wife just has bad luck, apparently. Because there was a deer, she was stopped, and a deer just ran right into the front of it while she was sitting still. So I got to put another bumper back on it and have it painted the bumper again. But, I mean, this little car, it's been tougher than nails. So, anybody that says a Kia is a bad car really has never had one. Or they don't know how to take care of them, one, because I'm telling you, my dad's got one, I had one before, and a Hyundai. And they've ever one been great cars, and they're super easy to work on. Probably the easiest car I've ever worked on in my life. Maybe like, they feel like General Motors cars did, you know, 30 years ago. Same process as front. Stick you something in there, right brake pad out. After you take them little springs out. There's the front and the back. Really should have put something on the zip tie it. That one wasn't too bad. Those were better. They still need to replace, but they were a lot better in the front. Which makes sense. Your front brakes do 90% of the work. Now this is the hardware to send you. This ain't broke. There's no sense in using it twice. Slides are good. Everything that's good. This car ain't got 50,000 miles on it. So, like I said, she drives a lot. So, put the squeaker on the back side. I'm not sure if there's a difference, but you got a little more room back here, it looks like. So that's how I did the front. So front end like that. Kind of got to put these in just a little bit of an angle to get them in the clip, and you just pop them in. Back's a little more finicky. But same process. The biggest problem is that you can't see. Alrighty. That one's in. And we'll take an old brake pad just like I did up front. Pull my handy dandy C-clamp out. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Bill's. I can get this lined up. You see, if the caliper is bad, we wouldn't be able to push it back in this easy. I'm just barely turning this. Look at that. It's like no work as far as it goes. Take it out. Scrap metal. Put that in. Now, if you have a little problem getting it in with the slides, I have to push it a little further. Yeah, the bottom slide you might have to push the little, like there's a rubber bushing I'll show you right there. The bottom one sometimes will catch. You might just have to push it with your finger. Now, if these slides were you couldn't push them with your finger, that means they probably need took apart, sanded, you know, water brushed, all that good stuff. But these are in great shape, so. Which is odd because we live in some salty places. Eastern Kentucky is known for their salt and mud, so there's that. Find my bar. Must be in the wheel. There it is. And tighten that. There. And that's how you put brakes on a 19 Sorento. I think they were made like this to 21, like 17 to 21 or 16 to 21, but they're all the same. Even the older ones should be the same. I mean, brakes are brakes. Did I forget the springs again? You know what? I forgot those springs again. But anyway, you can see how them go in. Just not used to these because this is something that nobody ever does. Anyway, it just pokes in these little holes here like I showed you on the others. One right here, one right here. And I don't know what them are unless they're just some kind of, I don't know, keep them from rattling type thing. Like I said, it's a total. Hope they don't lose power. We got some bad storms rolling through here. You know, I got the door open. Wouldn't be shocking. Anyway, that's it. Now the clips are in, those springs are in. Tighten this bolt up. Said 14 millimeter. Don't take a lot of pressure if it's not rusty. There, and now we're ready to put the back wheel on. Same process as putting the front wheel on, except this one ain't got a big warp place in it. Hey guys, if you're liking us, click the subscribe button. It's over here on the left, a little Jeffrey Rig logo. All right guys, brakes are done. I was gonna change oil in it too, but I'm out of filters, so I'll have to get on that next week. Won't take but a few minutes to do it. I'll show you how I do it, but it'll be it's an easy video. Basically the same on all these cars, but that in there. All right, so we'll get it down off the lift here, and we'll back it out here and drive it and see what it does. All right guys, let's take it for a spin down to Dad's here. See how she does. Get them seated a little bit. Few little fast stops. Get that belt on there before we pull out on the highway. See if my beating on the tar helped any. not really. But the brakes are good. All right, one more drive back to the house. All right, guys, little kids stopping on a dime now. I think I helped that front tire a little bit. Like I said, we got a new rim coming. Had to pay $200 for it, and I bought them for like 110. I guess it's just where they're either going out of stock or whatever, this inflation junk we're dealing with. I don't know. I know it's killing me. I don't know about you guys. But well, hopefully we'll be back on this guy next week. I only got one day off next week, so I don't know how much time I'll get. I do got to change oil in her little car. Like I said, I'm out of a filter. We did get this to spin over, and we started filming the video on it, and we started getting it spinning over, and it's spinning pretty good. Then all of a sudden it started kicking back. So that means the distributor's not imperfect. It's not hitting time right. So we're going to take the distributor out and the plugs out and get it set in time, then put them back in. Had to rob the battery out of my car to put in it because that battery was discharged for some reason, but I charged it up, so we'll put this one back in my car and put that one in this one. But hopefully we'll have this guy started next week. I did finally find some fuel line at Tractor Supply to fit it, so we can bottle feed it. I've got a empty jug right there I was going to use to bottle feed it with and everything. So I even got a clicky clack pump coming in case, you know, the pump's dead. We can just feed it off of that just to get it where we can move it around. Then we'll go through and fix every little thing, but hopefully we'll be back on that next week. But you know, I was expecting to do it today, but you know, priorities. So but that's done. Appreciate you guys watching. 350 subscribers and growing. Please like, share, and subscribe, and go rig something up.